Were you told that welfare makes people lazy? I was. It was part of the thinking that I was raised with. And today, I'm wondering if I need to change that thinking because it has really made me reluctant to apply for benefits for my kids. And I almost missed a window of opportunity to get them the support that they need because of that thinking. My current thinking is not that self reliance atrophies in the face of governmental assistance, as some propose. I would like to suggest that self reliance increases with the help of governmental assistance. I believe that the welfare programs that we have help our autistic young adults work because they provide the kinds of supports they need to be able to live well, which increases the amount of energy they have available to invest in their job, which then makes them better, more productive workers. So, the intention of these welfare benefits, especially the ones that help them with their food, their healthcare, and their home situation, is that it helps compensate for the burdens of having a disability. It's a small way to level the playing field for our kids. I don't know if you've ever had the chance to watch this YouTube video, and I'm trying to get it to come to the. Oh, here's what I have to do. I have to go over here. All right, there it is. Anyway, in the corner it says equal opportunity, different starting lines. I don't know if you've ever seen this YouTube video, but it really made an impact on me. I remembered watching it many years ago, and when I needed to pull it up today, it was still in my memory. It's of a gym teacher who has all the kids line up on the starting line and holds up $100 bill for the person that gets across the starting line the fastest. And then he starts asking them for various things that have happened in their life. And if they can take two steps forward, if they've had two people living in their home, two parents living in their home, if they can take two steps forward, if they've never had to worry about having enough to eat, etc. And of course, once he's done asking about the various conditions, you can see that there are some kids that are left behind and have a handicap when they're starting in the race of life, as he calls it. I wish he had also mentioned, but perhaps it might have been too awkward. I don't know. It's kind of awkward, all the questions he's asked, but I wish he had also asked, do you have any kind of a difference in your brain that causes a disability for you in the way that you learn, or a difference in the way that you learn? I think that would have been just as applicable in this situation. And it shows, his point is that if you're the one that crosses the finish line first, it's because you have been set up with certain advantages. And yes, I'm going to suggest that having a non-autistic brain is an advantage because it just, because of the myriad reasons that thinking with an autistic brain affects our social skills, affects our ability to extrapolate lessons, it affects our attention, it affects a lot of the ways that we learn. So that's why I would argue that what the welfare programs do is help to level the playing field for our autistic young adults. And yes, they were put in place by some very wise people who were very persistent and made it possible for people who have disabilities to get support so that they could become paying members of the workforce. They could pay into the welfare benefits that they're receiving. It's really so that they can eat good food, have access to healthcare, and live in a safe place. That's really what I want to make sure happens should anything catastrophic occur in my life over the next 5 years. And my kids then are required to be self-reliant. I want them to have these benefits in place so that they can then go forward. They're accustomed to getting them. It wasn't easy. They're accustomed to accessing them, and I still help them in that area. I want them to be capable of doing all of this and practice doing it while I'm still here. You know, everyone pays FICA taxes, including our children, when they earn wages. And I really want them to be part of that working people. I think having work gives us structure, makes is an incredible learning opportunity. I know I've learned more from the work that I've done than I ever learned getting an education. So I really want them to be working. At the same time, I recognize that there are differences in the way that their brain operates that cause them to start at a different place on that starting line. So if you're with me on this, please join me this Friday at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time for James Traylor, who will help us understand how to access and maximize the federal benefits that our kids deserve. Bye for now. Sign up at the link below.